What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay. I've been off for a couple days doing these videos, so let's just jump right back onto it. I played in the Slifer, and I've won round 1, and we will show the replay of who I just played, and it was a mirror match. We were both on turbo, so let's check it out and see what happened. See the gameplay. It was versus Grumplestielzchen, or whatever. So, let's check it out, Alright. I throw paper, he throws rocks, so I get to go first. Alright, you love to see it, right? But this game 1 was not that great for me. So, let's see. Not that great for him either, because he opened Sangan, Spy, 2 Thunder Dragons, and Book of Moon. I have Snatch, Steal, Tsukiyomi, Night Assailant, Jar, Mirror Force, and Sinister. So I decide to set Jar and set the Night Assailant and pass. He draws into another Spy. So it's crazy how this game ended up going. How he's seeing Thunder Dragon. I did not see Thunder Dragon at all this entire game. Spoiler alert. And there was like 9 cards left in my deck. So he just sets Spy and just passes. Okay. I draw into Upstart Goblin. So I fire the Upstart, I draw into Sork, which is pretty dead right now. I draw into Book of Moon, which again is pretty dead. I flip the Night Assailant, and I decide to just pop. And I run Tsukiyomi out, and I put the Night Assailant down, hit him for 1100. And unfortunately, he has Sangan. I set Mirror Force, and I just pass. He draws into an Upstart. So he fires his Upstart. He draws into Sinister Serpent. He runs out the Sangan and tries to crash. And I probably shouldn't have done this, but I just wanted to keep pressure on with this Night Assailant. So I decided just to Mirror Force the Sangan there. No matter what, it was going to get value. I wish I would have set Book of Moon versus Mirror Force, because the next card I draw is Knock. So it's like, of course, obviously. And he searched Night Assailant with his Sangan. So I flip it up again. I hit him for 1100. And this time I set the Book of Moon and I just pass. He draws into a Premature Burial here. So he fires a Premature Burial. He's playing Premature Burial in the Turbo, which I'm not a fan of at all, but it's working out for him, I guess. He tries to go to battle and swing, and I have to Book of Moon this. So definitely wish I would have set Book of Moon over Mirror Force there. I don't know what I was actually thinking setting Mirror Force. I was so bad. So he sets the Sinister as a bluff and passes. I flip the Night Assailant. I pop the new one. It is a Sinister, so he got me. I run out Tsukiyomi. And I knock. So yeah, I probably would have maybe won this game if I would have set Book of Moon instead of Mirror Force, but it is what it is. Hit him for 11, and I have to just pass. He draws into a card destruction. He goes to standby, and then he goes to main, and then he grabs Sinister. So big cheat there, but it's fine. It is what it is. And he decides to fire the card destruction for 6. So this is really good for him. He draws into Wing Blast, Deco, BLS, Night Assailant, Knock, and Deco, and he gets back his Spy. I draw into Ring, MST, Card Destruction, Tribe, and Solemn. So his hand is a lot better than mine, not going to lie. He knocks me right away, gets rid of the Night Assailant, and he sets a Deco and sets a Wing Blast and passes. I draw into Pot of Greed, so I'm like, okay, I could possibly come back here, but don't really know. So let's see what happens. I start with an MST. Now I'm assuming this is Spy here, but unfortunately it wasn't. So I Pot of Greed into Upstart and Graceful. So it's like, Jesus Christ, I got it all. But I can't find Thunder Dragon, so it's like, what is the good in this? So I hit him with the Tribe. It's a Deco. That's unfortunate. He gets the Chaos Sword. Okay. I set Solemn, and I just pass. He draws into another Spy here. So I'm like, alright, this is just awesome. Gets back his Sinister. He banishes to Dark, banishes to Light, drops the Sork on me, and banishes my Tribe right away. And he sets another Deco and passes. I draw into a Sork, which is dead because I have no light. Can't find a light to save my life. So now I decide to fire Graceful. I draw into Deco, Knock, and Heavy. Again, no light in sight, so it's really terrible for me. And I discard Heavy and Sinister. I knock his face down. It is a Deco. And I set Ring and set Deco and pass. And he top decks into Heavy Storm. So it's like, must be fucking nice just to fire the Heavy here. So he fires Heavy Storm. I have to ring the Sork. Would have literally won if you would have never had that heavy, too. So I would have won if I wouldn't have set Book of Moon, probably. And I would have definitely won if he would have never topped that heavy there. So then he banished the Dark, banished the Light, and he dropped BLS and just banished my shit. I'm like, okay, what can I do? And he sets the Night Assail and passes. I draw into a Wing Blast. So maybe I should have just summoned this Sanguine and just ran into the face down. But I decided to card destruction like an idiot. He draws into Tsukiyomi, MST, and Sork. And I draw into the complete fucking dirt here. Fate, Jar, Solemn, and Spy. So I just set the Jar, set the Solemn, and the Spy, and pass. He draws into Book of Moon. He fires MST first. I chain Jar Agreed. So it's like this guy's misplaying like crazy. And yet he's still winning because of how terrible I'm drawing. He flips the Night Assailant. I decide to Solemn this because I'm like, well, if I don't, I can't really do anything anyways. Let's make him at least waste the BLS. So he banishes that. He has another Sork play, and he has Book of Moon with Tsukiyomi. Summons Tsukiyomi, and that is the game. So that's the game one. He shitted on me. I had 9 cards left in my deck. Could not find Thunder Dragon or BLS. And that's just the way it is. But we're going to game 2. Shit. So, game 2, I open pretty okay here. I got MST, Kaiku, Book of Moon, Jar, Knock, and Thunder Dragon. So let's see how I decide to play it. I discard the Thunder Dragon and grab 2 more. And I decide to set Jar and set MST and pass. He's got Premature Burial, Book of Moon, Breaker, Knock, and Double Sword. So he runs out the Breaker. And he decides to flip a coin. And thank God he picked the wrong one, because I just chained the Jar Agreed here. I draw into Upstart. He hits me for the 16. I take it, and he just passes. I draw into a Spy. So I fire Upstart into Graceful, which is really fucking nice. And now I'm cooking. I draw Solemn, Faith, and Breaker. I discard the Thunder Dragon, both Thunder Dragons. I summon Kaiku, and I just run over his Breaker. And I set Solemn and set Book and just pass. He draws into MST here. He blind MSTs again, gets my Book of Moon. I'm like, okay, I guess. He fires Premature Burial. And now at this point, I think he has like a tribute monster, so I decide just to MST it and say screw it. He sets the Book of Moon and just passes. I draw into a Snatch Steel. I just go to battle and hit him for 18. He takes it. So I banish his Breaker. I set Spy and just pass. He draws into a Thunder Dragon, which is pretty dead right now, because he has no Dark. And he knocks my Spy. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Knocks him. He discards the Thunder Dragon and grabs 2 more. And he has to just pass. I draw into Pot of Greed, so it's like, alright, this is just wonderful. Pot of Greed into Tribe and Sinister. I just go to battle, don't want to really get tarantulled here. Hit him for the 18, banish the Thunder Dragon, I set my Faith and just pass. He draws into a Duo here. So I'm like, okay, he fires Duo. I'm like, alright, sure. He gets my Sinister, I think. Discards my Sinister. And I discard the Tribe. And he passes. I stand by, grab my Sinister back. Main phase 1, I flip Faith. And I grab Graceful, and he just scoops. So we're on to game 3. So game 1, I probably misplayed a little bit, but he did get extremely lucky on me. And game 2, I got extremely lucky on him. That's just the way it is. So we're going to game 3. Let's see what he's got. He opens Pot of Greed, Mirror Force, Wing Blast, Thunder Dragon, Night Assail, and Book of Moon. So pretty nice hand here for him. And I got an okay one too. I got Mirror Force, Tsukiyomi, Book, Graceful, and Solemn. He Pot of Greeds into Kaiku and Sanguine. He sets the Sanguine, sets the Wing Blast, and passes. I draw into Upstart Goblin. So I fire the Upstart, and I draw into Pot of Greed. So it's like, fuck yes, let's go. I fire the Pot of Greed into Thunder Dragon and Night Assailant. So now I'm like, let's fucking go. We got all the gas here. There's no way I can fuck this up. Not like game 1. It ain't happening. I fire the Graceful Charity into Chaos Sork, Snatch Steel, and Sinister. So even better for me. I discard the Sinister. And I discard the Thunder Dragon. And then I decide to set Night Assailant, set Book, set Solemn, and set Mirror Force, and just pass. He draws into Snatch Steel. So he decides to summon Kaiku first. And then he uses Wing Blast here. I guess he wanted to like play around Torrential or something. I'm like, okay, that's cool. He goes to battle and tries to attack. And I just use Mirror Force, and he uses Book of Moon to save the Kaiku. So I'm like, alright, cool, that's awesome with me. Fuck yeah, waste your Book of Moon. He sets Mirror Force and passes. I grab my Night Assailant and my Sinister back, and I draw Night Assailant. So I just set the Night Assailant, and I just pass. He draws into a Torrential Tribute. So he flips the Kaiku, goes to battle, and swings. And it's a Night Assailant, so I just pop the Kaiku right away. And he doesn't set Torrential, he just passes, which is really crazy to me. I don't understand why he didn't do that. So I fire the knock on his Sangan, which I know it is, and I set Sinister. He top decks BLS, so I'm like, okay, this is just awesome. Let me tell you. He banishes the Dark, banishes the Light. He drops the BLS, banishes my shit, and he passes. I draw into Ring of Destruction. So now I'm like, okay, I'm going for the game. Here we go, folks. I'm going to Snatch Steal the BLS. He says think. He has nothing. I don't know why he didn't set Torrential. That was pretty crazy. He would have definitely at least stopped something if he would have done that. So I just say screw it and just go for it here. Hit him for everything. He's going to try to Mirror Force, and I'm just going to solo him. So he tried to big brain by not setting Torrential, and it really cost him this game. I set Ring, and I just pass. He draws to do an MST. He goes blind MST in again and picks my Ring, and I just chain it. And that is the game. And he shows me Snatch Steal. Like, I really care. But that was a pretty quick match, not going to lie. I won round 1, so let's go. I'm still trying to get to Raw, trying to get the Obelisk, trying to get my invite this year. I think I'm going to get my invite this year. The first tournament of the year, GFC, shouldn't have played the deck I played. I should have just played straight Turbo. Would have been way better off. The deck I played bricked up from the dick up, but Ghost Rider does really good with the Mock Control, so I didn't really want to sleep on it, but I just got destroyed. So, but that is the replay, everybody. If y'all enjoy this content, make sure to hit the like, hit the sub. Everybody have a good day or night. Peace out.